Videovangogh! I'm vlogging in front of my Christmas tree. In case I bore you with what I'm talking about, you can watch the sparkles, which are over on this side, but obviously I'm vlog dyslexic. We're talking about critiques this week, and I have to admit that I love critiques because I have had some of the best and worst critiques ever. The best critique being something like, "Oh yes, I can see what you're doing with your work. Genius. I need to have this piece for my collection. I'm rich!" And the worst being,
"What is it?
It's
That sucks.
But
You suck."
sadly, I think the second example is a little bit more realistic. People don't really understand art that much. And this goes to what Charlie was talking about yesterday. I actually tend to respect the opinion of non-artists more than artists. I feel like sometimes other artists ruin my artwork. Like, they'll look at it and they'll say, "Oh, I get it." Compared to a non-artist who will look at your work and be like,
"Oh, that's really pretty."
I love conceptual thinking, and I think that having artists in your studio to talk to you while you're making things, like while you're in the process of things, to bounce ideas off of each other is a great thing. But I think once the work is done, I don't want to have artists look at it. I want to have little kids look at it, because little kids are the greatest at looking at artwork ever. They still have those really incredibly great imaginations, and they look at things and they just say things about your artwork that you would have had never dreamed of ever. Ever. And with that said, I have to say that I absolutely hate children. I think that raising the question of style is a really good topic because I'm not sure that I've ever fully developed my definition of style. I think that for you, Charlie, your style is a comic book pen and ink illustration. Comic book illustration is a specific style that is really only done in, you know, so many ways. Like, you have A, B, and C ways of making a comic book, and you have A, B, and C ways of using a pen to draw things. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, just saying that you limit yourself with your style. And it might be the same way for graphic design, Karen, where you have the set of tools and those kind of define what you can do with them. I think because I give myself a larger toolbox, that the continuum of my style is probably a lot more stretched out than a lot of other people's. And maybe I don't have a style per se, since I do a lot of different things, but I definitely think my themes and the touch of my hand and the way I put things together definitely makes things that I make look like I made them. I think there's some kind of intrinsic piece of myself that I put in my work too, in like the same way that someone will recognize me from behind, from like 40 feet away, and be like, "Natalie!" I think that without me telling a lot of people that that's my artwork, they'll just know, because it has some sort of Natalie vibes on it. Germs, like I've rubbed it on myself. So yeah, style. I'm curious to hear what Hoyan and Karen have to say about style and critiques. And I'm really sorry there was no video last Wednesday. That was completely my fault. I was gonna make an extended video on archival work and I just flaked. If you're interested in having a Videovangogh video under your name, or if you have something to educate us on, we're sticking strictly to the visual arts, so if you do anything visual, photography, industrial design, woodworking, carpentry, I don't know, something that has to do with visual stuff, we would love to hear from you. Give us a holla in the sidebar. And also, while I'm linking in the sidebar, my winner of the tongue face has yet to claim her prize. I just want to remind her to send me her information so that I can send her her prize. I will see you next Tuesday with a very, oh my gosh, it's almost Christmas video, and I will be so excited.